Hello everyone, welcome back to LARP Sidhe. I'm Faye, and today I'm here to do a review of a company called Holy Clothing. So Holy Clothing recently blew up in the LARP community because Momo O'Brien bought a couple of dresses for Be Clean and posted them online. And of course, you know, when someone like Momo, who has a big following, posts about a company, they get some attention, especially from the LARP community. And so since then, Kaza has bought a dress from them, and I think a couple of other people. I have purchased now 2 dresses and the vest I am wearing here. And I'm gonna just have a quick chat with you guys about the pieces I've purchased and what I kind of like and don't like about them, and whether I'd recommend Holy Clothing as a brand to you. So first of all, for those of you who haven't checked it out, Holy Clothing sells a lot of sort of bohemian, Renaissance, medieval type clothing with some fantasy stuff thrown in, and there's some jewelry. They are geared relatively towards a feminine style or towards women. One of the things that I really like about the company is that they go all the way from like small sizes to like 5XL. And it's not like a internet 5XL or a Chinese 5XL where it's gonna fit my size 10 mother. It is actually plus sizes, like good plus sizes. I have found that everything I have purchased from them so far has been true to the measurements on their website. I have not had to order up a size, and if I had, it would have been too big. So that's something I really appreciate about them, is that they have these larger sizes, which can be super great for bigger LARPers who are looking for comfortable LARP clothing. So yeah, that's just one thing I really appreciate about them, is that their clothing is true to size and that it is actually comes in plus sizes. So the first item, I'm going to start with the first one I purchased, and I'm going to go kind of in order through my purchases and just discuss the purchasing process. I have found that their shipping times are really good, especially coming from India. I find that they tend to scoot their way here pretty quickly. I haven't had to deal with their customer service because I haven't had any problems so far, so I can't give you a rating on that or like a review on their customer service. But just based on my experience so far, they are doing pretty good. Like I said, their ship times are pretty good. I do try to make sure I'm ordering stuff that is in stock. I have heard some issues with people who use the pre-order option for items that aren't currently in stock, and that sometimes that stuff can take a really long time. So I do tend to try and order stuff that's in stock, or wait until the color I want is in stock before I order it. And that's just a personal preference of wanting to make sure that I'm not like waiting around. I have a few things that I'm waiting around on. I'm concerned that I'm going to be having to make a pretty salty review for you guys pretty quick here, but it's not about Holy Clothing, so back to that. So this is my first dress. It is the Renee, so it is the same dress that Momo ordered in the pale blue color, and I ordered mine in lavender. I was actually thinking about ordering this in like a more neutral, like a green or a blue color, like a darker green or a darker blue, just because I wasn't sure how the pastels would translate on this style of kind of Celtic open front dress. However, seeing Momo's in the light blue, I really felt comfortable ordering the pastel colors because I felt that it really did translate very beautifully. And this is the one that's currently on my Instagram. It's really wrinkly right now because you have to hang them to dry, and I just washed it last night. So the laces are not in it because I didn't want them to get all crumpled and wrinkled. And I just have a pin here to keep it shut. But as you can see, like, it's got the brand label, and it's really nice. I really like that the Renee comes as 2 pieces. So this is the underdress here, the white, and it's a chemise. And actually what I really love about the chemise is it's just so kind of plain. It's a really nice plain chemise. It's not anything too crazy or fancy, which means I'm actually going to be wearing it for my like pajamas at Armistice Arcane coming up here for a video that I'm doing. So, and then the overdress obviously is this, and it is kind of sits just under the bust, kind of just at the natural waistline there, and then just flows down. And it's a really beautiful flowy dress. As you can see in the photos, I'm kind of swirling it around a little bit, and it is really nice. Something that I really like about their dresses is they're all this like really nice, comfy cotton material. They look super fancy, but they're just like this really soft, high thread count cotton, which is so comfy. Their stuff is also all hand dyed, so there is sometimes a little bit of difference in color between batches, and that is just because like the process when you're hand dyeing, guaranteeing the exact same color every single time becomes a difficult process, but that is part of like what they do for where they're sourcing from in India. So you know, it's not a huge discrepancy from batch to batch, but it is something to be aware of that, you know, because they're hand dyed, you may, you know, your purple may be a slightly different purple than my purple, or with some of the ones that are kind of a layered dye job, the layering might be a little different, right? So that's Renee, and I love her. I got her in a 4X, and I would not go any bigger than a 4X because I think everything would be way too big for me in a 5X. In fact, I'm hoping soon I'll be able to go down to a 3X. So that's Renee. She's just been washed. So my second order I was super impressed with, especially on the timeline. When you order over $99, you get free shipping, and that includes either type of shipping, be it priority or regular. So I decided to see if I could get it before my next game. Now, I only had a few days, and I didn't really think it was going to come in time. But I ordered on Wednesday for a game that I was having on Friday, and they said 5-day shipping. So I'm like, okay, it'll probably come next week. Not a big deal. Would be nice if it came before game, but I was being realistic about shipping from India here. It came on Friday before I left for game. 2 days from India it made it here. I was super impressed with the shipping on that. Super. So the first item I got on that order was this vest. It is a Brianna vest, again in a 4X. The lacing is actually fake, so there's like a modesty panel back here that is just sewn in. Let's see if I can show you. There's a little modesty panel right there. And then the lacing is just for show, and it goes on with a zipper at the side. The only complaint I have about this, and it's probably more about my body build than an issue with how it was made, is that I have like a very short ratio of like shoulder down to my chest. So I tend to have this issue with tank tops, is that they gap at the armpit until I take the arm up. So I'm going to have to take the arm up and probably the side in a little bit, or give it like a little dart somewhere, just to make that fit a little bit better in the bust area. But again, I'm pretty sure that's a me issue because I've had it with a few different types of tank tops. So, not at all complaining. I got this in their burgundy, dark burgundy or dark maroon color, and I really like it. I think it goes really well with the skirt and the white blouse that I wear it with. And I was really happy with it as a replacement for the vest I got in a previous thrift haul for my character Leonara. So yeah, really happy with that. Again, I really like their pieces. They're really comfy to wear. Like this is that really nice cotton with the embroidery is really pretty, and it's just comfy. I love how comfy their clothes are, and still looks like pretty for eventing and stuff. So the last dress I got, so I got 2 dresses on this order because it occurred to me that I was paying a single processing fee for duties, and paying it for more than one item would be cheaper than ordering every single item separately. So I did order 2 pieces on my last order instead of waiting around to order. And the last one, this one just came out of my bag from this weekend, so I apologize again. Here's another wrinkly Holy Clothing dress for you. But this is the dress that started it all for me. This is Holy Clothing had only just released this when I started following them, and it is their Arwen dress. So it's this really beautiful traditional medieval, like full length. It's got like this kind of V of a what's the word? It's like black on black embroidery. I can't remember what it's called. I'll try and remember. Anyways, it's got the V here. It's got an embroidered kind of belt and neckline and matching sleeves. It's got that same black on black silky kind of material here on the open sleeves, and then it's got these closed pointed sleeves on the inside. So it's that like elfy, Lord of the Rings, you know, Arwen style dress, but in this case, this one is black, and I love it. Again, I have a complaint about this, but it's tied more to the fact that I am 5'8", and Arwen doesn't come in a tall. So it hits just above my feet. It still hits, it goes to the ground, which is good. But it hits kind of, I don't really have to pick it up unless I'm going up a flight of stairs, let's put it that way. And the sleeves are too short. These inner sleeves are too short, and they're a little loose. I think they kind of made the 4X with the idea that women with 4X arms have bigger arms. But my forearms are actually still relatively slim, so I'm gonna have to run a stitch down the inside of that to make it fit better, and then I'm gonna have to see if it's still too short. I'm wondering if, like, when it's stitched to fit better, if it'll still be too short. But again, that's just, they offer tall in a lot of their dresses. Arwen just isn't one of them yet. So should they ever offer it in tall, I will probably purchase the lavender in tall. But for now, this one is still really pretty. It looks gorgeous on all of their clothing. Like I said, it fits really nice. It's comfortable. I think a lot of people buy a size too big in a lot of Holy clothing, especially the bigger ladies. I've seen the Arwen fitting kind of strangely, but when I put it on, it fit really well. It's got some lacing at the back to help you get into it and tighten it up. And it's just another hit, I would say, other than, like I said, other than the sleeves, which is more about my weird body composition and less about, you know, they've made it for someone who had a normal height, and I think their dress height is set at like 5'6" at the max or something like that. So I need a tall. I really do need a tall. But unfortunately that's not available in that style at the moment. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy with Holy clothing. Couple of minor fit issues, but I think, like I said, those are easy enough to deal with. I can take this up, I can take those sleeves in. I'm tall, and it makes it hard to find clothes that are like the right length sometimes. So that is entirely not on them. I actually have a review coming up here of some pants that I buy consistently, and they're always too short, but that's okay because of the style they kind of work. So yeah, super happy with Holy clothing. Phenomenal ship times, especially if you get that 5-day ship time. Like, it's gonna get there quick, and it's an easy website to spend $99 on. Let's just say that real quick. They do often have like really good sales, but if you are looking for a coupon, I do have an affiliate code. So it's going to get you guys 15% off on your entire order, and it gives me a little bit of money that I can then put towards more clothing. Or at least that's my assumption. I don't think I get cash out of the deal. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, when you purchase, I get a little something that allows me to purchase more clothing from them and purchase more towards my LARPs. So there you go. I will, my code is LARPSHE15 for your 15% off coupon, and I will also have the link for that down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am posting there really frequently. I actually just posted my first professional LARP photo shoot in Renee just the other day, so go check that out. And if you like this video, like it, and maybe give me a subscribe if you want to. I love posting videos about LARP. I do reviews, I talk about games I've been to. If you want to go back a couple of videos, I talked about how I became a lich at a recent game. I would love to have you join me on this channel and see where we go from here. So for our last order of business for today, I want to do my shout out. I've been trying to do these at the end of all my videos because I'm a really big fan of supporting fellow LARPers in the YouTube community, and because there's some really awesome people that I think are very underappreciated. So my shout out for today is Mika. Mika is a YouTuber who does a lot of gaming videos, so video games, like play along with me. But she's also recently gotten into doing a lot of LARP videos. She's really gotten into LARP and Renaissance fairs, and she's been buying some really cool stuff. So she's been reviewing some really cool stuff that she's bought. She's been making some really cool stuff, so she's got some really good tutorials. She did like a Aragonian paper mache mask. She's done some art dolls that she's done. She did a really cool elven leather bracer. So just in general, she's got some really cool content. She's super sweet. Something that I really like is that she is very responsive, so she's always making sure to respond to her messages when you message her on a video. And she seems like a really sweet, genuine person, and I wanted to do a shout out to her because I'm really enjoying her content. And I'm definitely going to probably try her Elven Bracer tutorial. So yeah, if you guys want, you can head over to Mika's channel and give her a subscribe. And remember, whether you're a hero or a villain, always be excellent to each other. Bye. Hi, my name is Faye, and I have an online shopping problem.